Hi, YouTube, Muchismo Eugene, another video from Exit Strategy. Welcome. Relationships, breakups, and makeups in Hollywood. Relationships, makeup, and breakups by people in Hollywood. And I want to show you something with the dynamics of how narcissists break up and make up in relationships. It's all designed sometimes, most often, for a smoke screen for those who care, who give a damn. They're centered on attention. Their whole disorder is centered around attention. And see, I'm going to show you, I'm just going to use an example of what a narcissistic relationship looks like if both individuals are narcissists, and how their breakup is both sensationalized, drawn off of attention, and in many cases the wealth of celebrities, it just keeps on increasing. It never diminishes. Good press, bad press. You can take Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. They kind of rode the wave of the limelight for a time, and they are still relevant individuals, whether you care about them or not. And most of us, whether we say we care about them or not, we undeniably can't get out of the way of that moving freight train full of garbage that is spewed out in the stratosphere. It's on my phone. I'm doing something on one platform, and all of a sudden I'm strolling down. I see a title: Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, and undeniably we pause. It's the human nature. But the more we become uninterested in these type of things, the more we will become attuned to how it looks by way of narcissist or narcissistic personality disorder, because we shouldn't care enough. Now, that was one example. I was looking at a title, as I just said. I was doing something else and strolling down, and it throws you off of your intended purpose when the narcissist jumps out of the bushes with a bunch of bullshit and stuff that nobody really cares about. They force themselves to be relevant, and without the relevancies, they wither like a flower. They need to be relevant. They need to have people paying them attention. They need to be in the center of that attention all the time. Doesn't matter how much money they got, how broke they are. So I was looking at the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, football player, and essentially the headline says Taylor Swift, this is the first or second game in a row she's been absent. Her presence hasn't been there. And if I look back at this whirlwind of a thing with people such as Taylor Swift, and it's ironic how Kanye West, who I know undeniably what he is, from snatching the microphone way back at the wars 10 years ago, and now we're talking about Taylor Swift. These Hollywood elites, if you ever really thought about it, do you wonder if this stuff is for publicity? The makeup breakups with, like, say, the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. You know, they come in and they get all lovey-dovey. It's an intense love affair of sorts on paper and on the big screen, and everybody's elated. Oh my God, they look so happy together. Nobody's that damn happy with one another to the point where they're using and exhausting all of this excess energy trying to show the world how happy they are. These type of whirlwind romances, they happen in life, but they're very, very rare. And if they do happen, people can sit down as a couple and share the story. They don't have to publicize every iota of their love for each other. And you know that these people can't stay out of the spotlight, particularly narcissists. So I was looking at that title with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I saw him on a commercial about cereal the other day, and like I say, it's unescapable. You can't get around it. I'm looking at YouTube. I'm looking at just some a show with these guys that are doing stuff at their home. Just everyday YouTubers that are just doing stuff and creating content. And the commercial comes on with Travis Kelce, which I'm very uninterested in who he is. Don't know what position he play or whatnot. Nothing against him, but just certain things empaths are not interested in at all. Sports fanatic or not, we just don't care enough. But again, they're force feeding even the empath and the chosen ones, along with the insatiable narcissist that hunger for this type of attention and buzz. So when we look at these celebrities, as I made a video before this one, is when we don't, we don't. Not fact check. What did I say on my last video? We don't pretty much we don't check these people in authority and these celebrities. We don't check them on things such as how they move from their positions and whatnot. We always embellish the idea of celebrities, people of interest, people of position, prestige, status, because that's how we're wired or have been wired in times past. But being awakened, we are a rare breed. We see things for what they are, not for what we imagine them to be. And we damn sure don't see them the way most of the world sees it. So guess what I'm getting at with this? We need to really disconnect and unsubscribe to all of the crap that is going on amongst us right now, survivors of narcissistic personality disorder specifically. And I do all I can to focus on what I'm doing in life, to stay in my lane, to try to be the best person I can be on a daily basis. And even with me doing that, I have to always navigate around these obstacles by way of these attention-grubbing people, whether they're just everyday people in my neighborhood who I've now discovered are many, many times narcissists, to the celebrities in which I just used as examples. If you go on YouTube and you listen to the likes of H.G. Tudor, who is a narcissist himself, he has obsession would be an understatement of how he dismantles and picks apart what's her name, Markle, Prince Harry's wife, and he's on point with everything he says about Prince Harry's wife. She is a covert narcissist, and this is the buzz that most of society, whether you know she is or not, you and I tend to care a little bit too much. We tend to give an ear a little bit too much to this stuff. And what it is smokescreen is the best way to say it. It distracts us from our full potential in life. It distracts us from our motivations in life. It is just debilitating if you allow yourself to be consumed by all of this information. And mentally, you are not able to focus consistently on where you're trying to go in life. Those of us, as myself, who are aware and awake to this BS, we still have a hard go at it. All the more you empaths and chosen ones who are just crawling out of the hell you endure by way of a narcissist, who are fresh out of these entanglements. Under no uncertain terms do you need to load yourself up with someone else's garbage, their baggage. Doesn't matter how much of a rainbow and sunshine it looks like the initial stages of this Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce romance. Disconnect from all that. Disconnect from the romance novels. Disconnect from all of this stuff that is fanatical fantasy. Focus on the raw realities that you have in front of you and build from there and continue to make your life what it was designed to be by God. Otherwise, we shortchange ourselves. These people, the powers that be, are force feeding us information that most of us don't care anything about. We don't even desire it. We don't even need it. How do you avoid it? You don't. You see it and you don't see it. You see it and you retain it for a quick second, knowing that it goes into a category just as all the other stuff. It is either narcissistic or it's not. Now, there are things that are happening in our world that inspires, it encourages. And I'm not saying you don't have to, you don't have a need for a lot of this stuff that is happening that seems to be other people's progress. Sometimes that type of stuff inspires you. But when a relationship goes from whirlwind romance and then a couple of months later you're hearing that these people are broken up, and so that's kind of the push-pull of what the narcissist has taken us through. So you don't need to re-traumatize yourself by way of the information you're drawing off of. Wishing Travis and Taylor Swift the very best. And then I see a lot of people that will go in and comment, "Oh, I wish them well. God bless them." Pray God blesses your life. Pray God enables you to get past where you are and to salvage the life that you have left for you. Well wishing for other people is not going to make you stronger. By all means, wish them well from a distance. We don't have to chime in and give our condolences and our best wishes for a Hollywood elite relationship that's really by design is to draw that attention, and it's a fashion statement, and it is publicity stunts. A lot of these relationships, like I'll say Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, the Hollywood marriages are built off of not an equal exchange. They're built off of business. It's always a business venture. Take Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's all embedded and built off of a business venture. That is the whole concept. And these people, Hollywood elites, they'll have children even, because that is wealth that they want to keep this legacy going. And it would seem like it's normal on the surface, but it's deeper than that. It's all superficial gain. It's not for the heartfelt, deep-seated desire to be and want to be with each other for life in a real meaningful way. These people will go on and spend 5-10 years with each other because they love what one another gives them by way of the attention, adoration, and adulation. I hope this makes sense, because these are nothing more than publicity stunts. The marriages, the children, these individuals don't feel, they don't have that inner empathetic, raw, organic desire to attain and achieve things like the everyday human being, which really is in it for the right reasons. It's all power moves in life, and we all know who likes to do that. So if you start measuring some of these people who we look up to and we admire, measure their movements, measure the bipolar mentality they have. 1 minute they're in, 1 minute they're out, and everything they do is publicized. And you say, well, they're not publicizing their life. This is the media. This is Hollywood. And a lot of the stuff that we hear is probably not accurate anyway. Not to mention the whole marriage charade or the relationship charade. You take Jennifer Lopez and this guy that's divorcing her. It's all a play game, like we used to play husband and wife, doctor, nurse, when we used to play when we were little kids. That's all it is dress up. And what it does, it is encouraging and it's indoctrinating us to go through those motions. Never really sitting down and doing the math. Do I really want to be in this relationship for the right reason? Or do I want to be in this relationship for what this individual can bring to me by way of attention, adulation, and admiration? So we really need to just check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. That being said, bless.